Hey everybody, I'm Jalen.
I'm Cacie.
And these are the Jalen and Cacie stories. So today's topic is a very interesting one. I've wanted to talk about this for a long time.
I know.
Really, I've wanted you to talk about this for a long time.
I know.
So the topic is how to be single. So we're mostly going to be focusing from a woman's perspective on this one. And this may be a multi-part series. We'll see how it goes.
But you can jump in every now and then.
Well, I'm not going to not say nothing. I'm not going to not say nothing. I mean, come on, I ain't going to not say nothing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would call it necessarily how to be single, but how to be happy and single.
Well, it's going to be how to be single because that fits better on the YouTube title page, but that's fine.
Subtitle: How to be happy single. Okay.
Well, I will say this. One reason why I wanted to do it was because I see a lot of this on Instagram. We follow a lot of marriage accounts and single women, single men accounts, woman in waiting, wife in waiting, husband in waiting, all kinds of stuff. People who want to get married, really good, nice people. But, just how do I handle being single?
Well, first of all, you can't help the fact that you're single. So you might as well make the best of it. I think that if I could go back in time and talk to my single self, I would tell myself to enjoy it more. Like, I feel like a lot of people's aim and focus is to be in a intimate relationship with someone, and in our case, be married, because just have to put some ground rules here. The way I believe is, number one, I don't believe in sex before marriage. I really don't believe in dating 100 people before finding the right person. Like, I was taught that if you believe God, you trust God, He will send the person your way. That doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter, different people along the way, and you may have to get to know them, to see if they're the one. But there are some guidelines. I feel like you should know who that person is almost immediately. But that's just what I believe, and I live by that, and I still believe that.
And obviously it worked for you.
What?
It obviously worked for you.
It worked. It worked. Maybe it took a little longer than I wanted it to take, but I can just remember, man, like being a teenager and just fantasizing about what my husband was going to be like, who he was going to be, and kind of just preparing myself, anticipating being in a relationship. Because, I mean, come on now, it's the 90s. Everything was about being in a relationship, and, it was just so, the thing to do is to be in a relationship. And, oh, I love you, the whole Boy Meets World situation. That was my show, y'all. Boy Meets World. Topanga and Corey. Yes. Okay, whatever. But that was my thing. Anyway, y'all know about Topanga and Corey. Come on, y'all leave the comments below. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, but that whole love at first sight situation, we all kind of fantasize about that. But I said all that to say is that from the get-go, we kind of set our sights on being in a relationship to the point where we don't learn how to be in a healthy relationship with ourselves. And learning how to be satisfied and be happy single. So even when we're, hanging out with our friends and stuff like that, and we seem to be doing okay, but in our minds and our hearts, we're kind of like just pining over this idea of being in a relationship.
Gotcha. So one thing that you used to always tell me was during the time when you were single, you would sometimes Facebook, Instagram, and you see someone else someone else from your past who, I'm engaged, taking the picture, got the ring showing, or I just got married, all that kind of stuff. And there's a certain way you describe your internal reactions to it and what you would express, but really how you were feeling.
Well, okay, we all say, oh, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But on the inside, I just felt so sad for me. I used to ask the Lord, I said, Lord, why do I feel this way? And I didn't want to call it jealousy, because truly I wasn't hating on the person that was getting married, but I just felt this, I wish it was me, feeling. I wish it was me. Why they get to do it? And sometimes, and I mean, look, for real. Sometimes we see people's lives and we like, they don't deserve this. I deserve it because I'm a good person. Why am I not getting mine? And so I asked the Lord what that was, and he told me, he was like, it's because you're not satisfied with you. You're dissatisfied with your position right now. So even though you may not be against the person getting married, but you're just so mournful over your own situation that you just feel sad. And I was like, yeah, I'm happy for you, but I'm sad for me.
Yeah. And that's a big thing you just said, being dissatisfied with yourself. Yeah. It is really about you and what's wrong with you. So when you came to that realization that it was really you were the problem, what happened next?
Well, I had to work on myself. Like, oh man, this is a lot. Yeah, this might be my more than one video. Again, I had to really just find that place of happiness with myself. And I might need to rewind a little bit. I guess by the time I was 18, between ages 18 and 20, you know, I had created this picture of how I wanted to be married, how old I wanted to be when I was married. I had a whole game plan. Between the ages of 18 and 25, I was good. Like, I'm single, I'm good. But 25, I had to be married. I had to either be married or in a relationship towards marriage. And so I was good up until 24 and a half. And I was like, okay, God, I don't see nobody. I haven't met anyone yet. And at 21 years old, you know, I had started my own business. And so I was proud about that. Here I am, young woman, starting her career, got my own business, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, I would encounter people and they would ask me, oh, are you seeing someone or are you engaged? I'm like, no, but I'm okay. I'm good. I'm focused on my career and da, 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 da. So 24 and a half comes and I'm still
not good.
right. I'm still not seeing nobody. I'm not engaged or anything. Like no blips on the screen that anything is about to happen.
Nothing on the radar.
Nothing on the radar. So at this point, I find myself defending my singleness and trying to convince myself that I'm okay and that everybody else got a problem. And so I hit 25 and I wasn't married. I wasn't dating. I wasn't engaged. Nothing was happening. And but I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I was just being a little zealous with my goal chart, you know, my timeline. And maybe, you know, I need to chill out a little bit. So I give myself to about 26.
1 more year.
1 more year. You know, what's 1 more year, right? I got this career going on, and by this time, 25, my career had really started taking off, and I was making good money, and I was, you know, in my stride. So I'm good. And so now I'm 26. Hands still empty. 27 rolls around, and now I'm getting concerned as to, like, Lord God of heaven and earth.
Did you forget?
Like, yeah, did you forget about me? And I know I may not be the most attractive person on the planet, but I can't be that bad. There got to be somebody who desires me, who wants me. And so here I am, 27, not married. 28 rolls around. So y'all know by now I'm over 28 years old now. I'm over 28. So I'm just falling deeper and deeper into dissatisfaction. And really, even though I was single, I had good friends, but I just didn't live my life to the fullest. I did not really enjoy at that moment my singleness. And my relationship with God really wasn't where it needed to be. I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't. I mean, I obviously I had a relationship with God and I loved Him, and you know, I did the things that I thought that were good and right, but it really wasn't as intimate as it needed to be. Because ultimately, and I learned this now, that no matter where you are in life, even in marriage, your happiness and your satisfaction can only come from God and God alone. Nobody, no thing can take his place and make you feel whole and make you whole. He's the only source of wholeness. And we have to know that to be true. So here I am at 30. I'm popping out bubble, y'all. Yes, I am in my 30s. So I'm at 30, and a big shift had happened in my life. And so I'm at this crossroads, and I'm saying to myself, well, obviously my plans did not work out.
What happened on your 30th birthday, actually?
What happened?
Mm.
I cried. I cried. I don't know why I cried. I believe I cried because someone had told me that they cried on their 30th birthday. I thought it was crazy. I was like, why are you crying on your 30th birthday? It's just a number. Like, what's the big deal about being 30? I mean, from 29, what? But I can remember somebody saying to me, oh, you about to be 30. And I looked at it for the first time, like in black and white, and it freaked me out. And I think it was because I had such high expectations as to where I was going to be in life. And by 30, another part of my plan was married by 25, and I would have my first child by 30. That was a part of my plan. And here I am, not married, and definitely not with child. I wasn't a Virgin Mary. So I was not with child. So here I am thinking to myself, I have missed it. I've messed up. And I don't know where I've messed up at. And so this is when I really began to really just soul search and really go for God and say, okay, God, where did I miss it? Like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And I had to be honest, I was not happy. And so he did answer me. He began to show me how to be single, how to be happy. And he really began to change my thought on what marriage was. And I stopped desiring to be married. And he put the desire in me to become a wife.
I'm going to stop right there. That's going to be the end of video 1. To see the rest of the journey and what happened next. Obviously ending in us getting married. Yay! But to see the rest of the journey, come back for video 2. We'll hopefully have that up for you next week. But until then, we want to hear from you. There's a reason we're splitting these up. We want to hear from you. If any of that sounds like your story, there's a reason why I wanted Cacie to tell the story. Mm-hmm. I believe this sounds like a lot of you out there listening to this right now, watching this. This is your story too. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that she was saying, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, that was me," or "That's me right now." Mm-hmm. So if that's you, and you got questions, and you just want to say, "Hey, that's me. That speaks to me." Whatever. Please let us know. Leave us comments and questions so that as we prepare to shoot the next video, we can take that in going into the next video. Definitely. Tell certain stories, answer certain questions. If you have questions, we'll answer them here on this next video. So before we record part 2, we want to hear from you. But we love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels. Yes, we have Instagram. We have Facebook. We obviously have YouTube because you're on YouTube now.
Right.
So on Instagram we have IGTV. Yes. And we do daily video blogs that we also upload to YouTube and to Facebook. So go to facebook.com/Jalen and Cacie. Go to Instagram.com/Jalen and Cacie. Or if you have the Instagram app, just search @Jalen.
The only way you won't find our stuff is if you spell our name wrong.
Yes.
So make sure you read the caption with our name on it. So
yes. Jalen and Cacie. But look, we also have our Abiding Word podcast that's here on YouTube, but it's everywhere. It's on Spotify, it's on Google Play Music, it's on iTunes, it's on Stitcher. I feel like I left something out because it's SoundCloud, it's everywhere. So this is the goal, that at some point you will open up any social media app, search for Jalen and Cacie, you'll find this. You'll find like, so yes, please listen to the Abiding Word podcast. Follow us on all of our channels here. Watch our daily vlogs that we do in addition to these stories. When you get to see our everyday lives. Our everyday lives where I'm not wearing makeup, looking all kind of cray, and just. I'm not wearing makeup either, so you definitely want to check it out. I'm never wearing makeup. But please, yeah, definitely watch it. And look, at this time, if you're watching this when we first released it, we're still doing our fundraiser for Vulture's Place. $1,000 by December 31st. Please give anything you can. Team 110 Movement. I'll leave that link below. Team 110 Movement. Go in there, put in our names, put in your dollar amount, give some money so we can help stop human trafficking forever.